where of course a place where I go to get in contact with myself and with the self, even if I'm focusing on a small dot. That dot is like the entrance for the big picture. And I look at the Matrimandir, and I get that relation to it as a symbol, and I'm looking at the future. I mean, it's there, and I'm walking towards it. Uh, 17, 18, when I was in Italy. My parents knew about Auroville in general, because they had some friends that they're actually Aurovillian. So I kind of heard it very vaguely. And after that, I started reading all the books and seeing, and then the picture got clearer and clearer. But before, no, it was like, oh yeah, there is a place over there somewhere. It was quite magical, I would say, because it took me 1.5 years from the time in which I started to read about it and dream about Auroville and what it would be there. And like with all that magical background, with that encounter, everything like was feeling like magic. So it was getting in contact with something magical. When you hear about something far there, wow. So it was quite an encounter. I was volunteering of cleaning the discs. So I was enjoying it very much because anyway, my background before various extreme sports, amongst which rock climbing. So it was a mixture of rock climbing and Zen-like practice of going and polishing and cleaning this very significant symbol that is for me. So it was very enjoyable from both aspects. At some point I also, during the 50th anniversary, so those 4 days, like we worked day and night, basically, continuously. It was so wonderful. We kind of devised a whole system inside so that basically the result would be, all those children coming out with the pots of water and with their flag. And each flag was together with water that was coming from a particular place in the world. And like having assisted that and seeing what was behind the scene and giving that feeling of, something historical in a way, wonderful. So it really filled my heart at that time. It felt like being in the 68 when they were inaugurating Auroville. Mother was saying, okay, concentrate. It's a way for concentration. So what do I concentrate on? It's the dot of light is the one thing. So the one thing that is the creator of the universe, that is sustaining the atoms, the galaxies, that is keeping me alive, that is time and space, that is, and is all in that little dot. So by entering more and more in that little dot for me, is like a doorway for the whole one thing. So basically, that's what in general Auroville represents for me, is the one thing, which is also my center, and our future, yes. For Auroville, I think it's essential because it's a physical representation. It's a symbol. So symbols are extremely important. Like a flag for a nation, of course, it's stripes, but inside of it there is the whole stories of all the living actual people and things and dreams and hopes of everyone in one symbol that represents the story of the nation, the present of the nation, the future and the potential of it. So for me, Matrimandir is like a symbol, a representative of all the past, the present, and the future. My dream for its future is very much connected to the dream I have for the world and for humanity. So that basically what the Matrimandir represents for me, it can be reflected more and more in what we can see around. And I deeply believe that what we can see around is completely dependent on how we are inwardly, individually and collectively. So that basically, I don't care if people know actually even about Matrimandir itself, but that around the world there is going to be in the minds and hearts of people something which is the equivalent of its deeper meaning. So then it would be the best gift of the Matrimandir and from the Matrimandir.
Ah